7 signs you are a chosen one. So if you got all of these signs in that, you're definitely a chosen one. You meet the characteristic of someone who's chosen by God. So I'm gonna break down exactly what them signs are. But before I get started, you know what to do. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. Let's get straight into it, man. Number 1 sign that you are a chosen one is you don't fit in, bro. You don't fit in with people, with family, with society. Your way of thinking is different. You know, your aura, everything about you is completely different. There's not a group of people where you can put yourself with. You're secluded most of the time by yourself and that. Because most people don't get the way you think. They don't understand your perspective. They don't understand what you're trying to portray. So really, you're not really a people like that. You're more of an introvert. Because when you speak, people are not able to fathom what you're trying to say. They don't comprehend what it is that you're doing, where you're going. Because you're forward thinking. Do you get what I'm saying to you? That's why you don't fit in around people. So that's the number 1 sign that you are a chosen one. If you're that type of person, then keep going, bro. You're not alone. There's plenty people like that. That's why I also encourage you guys to join the Patreon, join the Discord group, because that's where the chosen ones are at. That's where people who are like-minded and positive are. So stay on your journey, man. Number 2, we got intuition. You're an intuitive person. So you have a sixth sense, as they call it. You feel something before it happens. You get a vibe and that. You can look at someone or feel their energy, scan the room, and just know what's going on before even speaking. When something's about to happen, you can sense it. You're already ahead of the play in that. You know, you might be thinking about something and then later on it happens. Do you get what I'm saying to you? These are some of the signs of the chosen ones. You know, yes, intuition is very, very, very high in that. No, it's not that you know everything or that you're perfect, but you have a sense of how things will play out and how people will unfold and what's going to happen before it happens. So that's one of the traits of a chosen one. So if you want them people, then again, keep pushing, bro. You understand that you're chosen, definitely, for sure. Now, next thing we got, number 3, we got evolving. You're someone who's constantly evolving their mindset, physically, mentally, spiritually. Like, every time you look at yourself, you're a different person to who you was last year, who you are last week, last month. You keep constantly changing your look, you know, your perspective, your diet, everything about you is constantly fluctuating because you're constantly receiving information and you're applying it. You're someone who's very knowledgeable. And you constantly use the knowledge. You see, a lot of people get knowledge, but they don't use it. So whenever you get new information, you apply it to your life and you constantly evolve to that next person. You barely recognize who you were last week. Like, you're a different person each day. It seems like a new life and that. So if you're someone who's constantly evolving, then yes, you are one of the chosen ones. Congratulations, bro. Keep pushing on. Don't rest there. You see, when I say these signs and that, don't get comfortable and feel like, oh yeah, I'm there. Like, it's always the next level. It's always the next version of yourself and that. So keep pushing. Number 4, we got you understand different perspectives. So you're not someone who's fixed-minded, who thinks they're right and you're advanced. You understand how this person thinks. You understand how that person thinks. You understand how you think. You understand how society thinks. So you don't just go off of what you think is right. You go off like you're empathetic person, so you know how that person feels in that situation. You can put yourself in other people's shoes. You know, and really feel their emotion in that. You can understand, like, with one situation, that there is not only your perspective, there's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different perspectives, and you understand most of them because you realize that everyone sees life in a different angle. You know, I might see it like this, you might see it like that, or someone seeing it like this. Do you get what I'm saying? So every single person has their own perspective, and you realize that you're not always right, and that person who you're dealing with is not necessarily wrong. They're just seeing it differently. Just like how you got a picture, like the illusion picture where someone can see a cat, someone can see a woman, someone can see a flower. Like, you understand that there's multiple ways to look at life and that. So if you're someone who understands different perspective, then yes, you are a chosen one, you know, and keep expanding your mindset. But whenever you're in a situation or a confrontation, argument, or where anything happened, realize that you're not necessarily wrong, or that person is not necessarily wrong, or you're not exactly right. You understand that he's seen it like this, I'm seeing it like this, and he's seen it like that. So always remember that, you know, keep pushing on. Now, the next sign, number 5, is you have a strong desire to help people. you feel obligated, you feel like an itch within yourself that, yo, I must help people, I must try to raise the collective consciousness. As you gain knowledge, you try to spread the knowledge. As you gain wisdom, you try to share the wisdom. You're someone who looks out for people, someone trying to help their parents, their friends, a stranger, anyone who you come in contact with, you feel inclined to help them, you feel an urge. Whenever the opportunity presents itself, you're ready to help them and that. That's one of the signs of a chosen one, you know. But at the same time, that sign right there can also be a downfall, because you realize on your journey that you cannot help people unless they're ready to be helped in that. You might spend a lot of energy speaking to someone, giving them advice, and then to no avail. You look at it like, bro, this person's not even using my advice, I'm wasting my energy. So you have to be careful as well with that. But naturally, it's in your natural instinct to help people. You're a healer. You know, you're a healer. Whenever you see someone in danger, you're ready to help them. When you see someone who in need, you're ready to help them. But a lot of people take that as a weakness and try and exploit you in that, which you have to be very careful about. But that is definitely one of the signs of someone who is chosen. You know, so let's keep it pushing, man. The next one we got, everything is meant to be. You understand that whatever is happening in your life, you accept it. You understand that everything comes from God. Everything comes from the Most High. So if you're in a bad situation, you realize that that's what's supposed to be. Someone dies, you realize that's what's supposed to be. You know, things not happening your way, you realize that's what's supposed to be. You're not fighting your faith. You're not fighting like your destiny. You realize everything is part of the journey. The good, the bad, the ugly, the trials, the tribulations. Everything is part of the journey. You know, you have a thick understanding of that. And you implement it. Whenever hard times come, you're not affected, because you know it's part of your story. You know that this has to happen in order for you to progress. You know, you have fully understood it, and you fully live by that code. That whenever something happens, that there's no point fighting or crying or being depressed or anxious about any situation, because really there's nothing you can do about it. Really what's supposed to happen to you will happen to you, and you'll not be able to avoid it. You know, but that doesn't mean that you start to behave loosely and start to do things that are not good for you just because everything's meant to be. You just realize that, yo, I'm not attached to a particular outcome. I'm not attached to a particular person, because at the end of the day, what is going to be is what's going to be in that. So that's definitely one of the signs of someone who's chosen. You know what I'm saying to you? And number 7, we got prioritizing yourself. Like, if you look at history, look at any play in history, the most impactful people, the people who have brought the most like good to humanity, the prophets, all of them prioritized themselves and their higher calling, their mission. You know, they wasn't too focused on what he was doing or what she was doing. You get what I'm saying? They focus strictly on who they are and what their purpose is. They walk their path in that. You see, when you're on this path in that of being a chosen one, you understand that your road is different. You know, the more you focus on other people, the more you go astray, the more you drift away from your higher calling, your purpose. The more you focus on, oh, what's my friend doing, my family doing, or what's he doing or she doing, you end up going off track and you end up going off your path. So part of being a chosen one is you prioritize yourself, prioritize your physical, mental health, you prioritize your calling, you prioritize what God has given you. You know, you're one of the anointed ones, the people who God is using. You see, God uses people. That's how people don't understand that God uses people, because like the people don't believe in God is because they say they don't see God in that, which is very naive, because you have to realize that you don't see the devil, but you see, look at the worst things that are happening in humanity right now. People getting killed, people getting raped, countries getting raided, etc. That's not, you don't see the devil doing it. He's doing it for other people. Just like you're on a positivity, you're spreading positivity, love, optimism, wisdom. You know, you are not God, but God is doing it through you. That's how things work in that. So part of being a chosen one, you prioritize yourself and prioritize your goal in that. And you realize that the more energy you put into yourself and your mission, the further you go along on your journey. So these are the 7 signs of being a chosen one. If you have 1 or 2 of these traits in that, then you're definitely one of the chosen ones. But keep developing yourself in that. All the things that are listed in that, play it again, look at the areas where you feel like you can improve in that, and keep it pushing. Never get comfortable. You know, don't feel like happy because, yeah, I'm a chosen one, I've got all 7 traits, I'm a chosen one. No, you know, the show must go on. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep elevating. There's no time to sit there and celebrate. It's all about evolving as a human being. So that's the video done. I appreciate you for watching the video. Make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also join the Patreon, join the Discord group. Everything's in the description if you want to connect with me. Let's get it.